It's a bit nipply out
It's
here.
a bit nipply out here. It's a bit cold.
It's a bit cold.
We moved our studio out to my garage,
which is lovely.
It is
I mean,
lovely.
The aesthetic is stunning.
It's really, I lost the accent already. No, it's fun. And it's nice because we are in our own space. And
We are in our own space.
I have it with just like, I don't have to unset up and
We're in
take
like a
down.
little hidey hole. Yeah, that's the
because
best part.
before it was my office / guest room. So we'd have to like put stuff away. Then I'd have to put it back together, where this is just, we get to leave it up all the time. And it's a lot more convenient too. It's right next to the kitchen and the outside fridge where we keep our ciders.
I mean, what more dust one need?
Not a lot.
Like we both like channeled our inner Moira Rose there.
That was. I love Moira.
I've been on a Schitt's Creek binge.
Have
lately.
you?
Yes.
I posted a TikTok
love that
like
show.
cooking, and it's that orzo pasta that I make.
You just fold
Yes,
in the cheese.
and I just said that, and so many people have commented being like, I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah. You gotta
Sometimes
love it.
I just hear her say something. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, she's so
she's
fucking
just
good.
phenomenal.
If you haven't watched Schitt's Creek, that was a show that my friend told me to watch, and I was like, this doesn't look like it's going to be good. I don't know. Then I watched it, and now I fucking love that show. It's so, I could rewatch it just like to have in the background, and it'll just be on.
Yes. One of our friends sent me something with her like talking about her accent and how she just meshed a bunch of things together and how sometimes she would fall out of the accent. And Daniel Levy would say, what is another word for a pilot? And she would go, an aviator. And that's how she'd get back into it. I just finished with the baby was born. The bebe.
Which one is that? Oh,
Roland and
they had
a baby, and she says the bebe is on its way.
And with the baby sprinkle. What the fuck is that? What's a baby sprinkle? My favorite scene forever will be the one where David runs away. It's like the first, it's the first episode of the second season, because I will just turn it on because it just makes me happy. And they find him in the field with the Amish, and Moira's so worried about him stealing her bag that is like in the family in case a woman needs to escape, because apparently it's worth a lot of money. And they finally find him out in the field, and they're like, David, we've been looking for you for days. And he's like, I texted Alexis. She's like, just because I didn't respond to one text, David.
Have you seen the memes lately? Like the people with ADHD and depression that they're going to ship off to these wellness farms. And it's just a picture of David in the field.
It's me. Hi. Because if they pull the records, your bitch is going. She's on some ADHD meds over here. So she is.
Half of the United States is going.
Yeah. I mean,
my
for
gosh.
real.
Yeah, just a bunch of Davids out there.
Yeah. We joked that me and Amanda shaves her grandma's cat, her husband also ADHD. And so we're like, well, Matt and I will just be out in the fields doing
We'll hold
something.
down the fort.
Yeah, you guys hold down the fort. Come visit us, please. SOS. All right, you want to joke?
Great. Yes, I do want to joke.
Okay, this is from our official joke writer, who isn't really our official joke writer, but sometimes comes out with a good one. This is not a dirty one, though. Sorry, guys. I'll say some dirty things just to make everyone feel better later.
She will.
I will. I once had a dream that I was floating in an ocean of orange soda. It was more of a fantasy. So fucking stupid. Right? Like, it's so bad.
I liked that one a lot. I like it a lot.
I remembered my cold open I was going to open with.
Okay, what was it?
Okay. So a few weekends ago, we went to the casino for my dad's birthday.
Yes.
I don't think I told the story yet, but if I did, stop me.
Okay.
And we were there with Rupert and my friend Jenna, and we went out to dinner at this restaurant, and it was like a casino restaurant. They had all different kinds of cuisines. It's kind of like, Cheesecake Factory with like a billion different things. Well, on the backside of the menu was this like whole Chinese food menu, and it was like the Chinese dinner.
Oh.
And it triggered something in both of them where they remembered this YouTube video. And I feel like I have to show you this YouTube video because it is this man from like Australia or the UK, and he's being arrested outside of a restaurant, and he's yelling about, what are the charges? You're arresting me for enjoying a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? So they started on that. So it started on a succulent Chinese meal. So they kept saying that over and over again. Well, then in the video, the man goes, get your hands off my penis. So whose husband do you think was yelling, get your hand off my penis?
I'm going to go with yours.
The whole time
I'm go
at
with
the
your
casino.
Husband
So
we'd be a crowd of people.
We'd be sitting at like the slot machines, and he would just yell it out of nowhere, and everyone at the tables would turn around and look at us. So then this weekend, while we were with the whole basketball team, we're in the lobby of the hotel with the parents all having a drink together. Like nothing crazy because it was go, go, go. Jesus, fucking herd of elephants up there. somehow something got brought up, and all of a sudden my husband yells in the lobby with all these parents who we don't know well.
Oh, no.
Get your hands off my penis. And I was like, Derek, get it to fucking together. Anyways, that was going to be the cold open, but I forgot it until just now.
But it still worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
But if you haven't seen that video clip, it's called, I just saw it because it was sent to the group chat.
I've seen that one. Not the penis part, but the succulent.
You haven't seen, now I'm going to make you watch it just because you have to. Just do it. It's 2 seconds and then we'll go about our day. It's called Eating a Succulent Chinese Meal on YouTube. Okay? Wait.
What was the actual charge?
I see that you know.
Are you waiting to receive my limp penis? He was also yelling that in the casino.
Oh my.
You don't know what it is. It's just like a YouTube video. But yeah, how good is that? Like, it was.
I've definitely seen clips of that. Something popped up recently with that.
Yeah.
The succulent Chinese meal.
What are the charges? Anyways, and they were quoting that the whole time. It was fucking.
What did he say? That's excellent jujitsu?
Yeah, I was
like
like, you know your judo.
You know your judo. Oh my gosh.
So good.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah,
that was
worth it. I'm glad.
Oh,
You're ahead of yourself.
No, I'm in preparation.
Got it, preparing for the best part.
Preparing.
I'm
for
really
the best
excited
part.
about it.
Me too. Well, hello and welcome to Lunatic Soup, the podcast where we go into all things wild, weird, and unknown. We're your host, Meg.
And I'm Raina, ready to brew up some lunatic soup.
Let's go. Over to you because you know I can't do it.
Oh my God, she doesn't know how to open a bottle.
I don't. See, I do it the other way. Oh,
Dang
a
it.
hole in one.
I got a hole in one. I think this is twist off. That was too hard.
That was too hard.
It's
Too
definitely
hard.
a twist
It's a twist off. Twist off.
What do you think
All right,
of?
so this is Lemon Berry Scone by Inland Cider Mill in
So,
Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, so this weekend we were in Spokane for my daughter's basketball state tournament, and we went out to a brewery called Ya.
Yeah.
And it was a delightful brewery, really good deep dish pizza.
The
like,
art,
really good.
The art in the bathroom was exquisite.
The art in the bathroom was like a picture from like Step Brothers of the girl like peeing in a urinal. It was Ace Ventura coming out of the rhino's butt. It was Bridesmaids, the girl like in the like pooping in the sink. Megan. It was Megan. That's coincidental. Did you already have a sip without me?
I didn't mean to. It was
You asshole. Anyways, they had a peach cider that we all had, and we were like, this is so good. And then I tried to buy it, and they wouldn't sell it to me. They sold it to Tex later. We'll talk about that another time. Anyways, but they said to do this one, and it's called Lemon Berry Scone.
Scones. Do you like your scones?
But she said it didn't taste anything like a scone. She said it was more lemon berry. So, cheers.
That is zesty.
Fuck, that's good.
Oh, that's zesty.
I mean, well, it's kind of like very lemony. Very lemon. It tastes like a lemon rind.
I love it. Ooh, that's a sipper.
I do.
That's a sipper.
It's like, you know,
Yeah, it gets
it
the
gets
back of
the
your-
pain in the back of your jaw, like when it's very sour.
Tightens it up.
Uh-huh. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Tightens it?
Yeah, like
I don't know. Get the hell out of here. It's like Tic Tac, sir. Do you know what I'm talking about? Dumb and Dumber. It's when he...
what was that you just did?
Anybody who knows Dumb and Dumber will know this. It's when they're on the road trip and he has to pee into the beer bottles and they get pulled over by the cop and they have all these beer bottles filled with what the guy thinks is beer and it's urine. And if the cop he takes a sip and he's like,
that is that's got a bite.
I mean, it's lemony.
That is I love it.
I mean, I do too because I like lemony. So
Lemon go really good in that.
Lemon berry inland.
Do
What?
you use that with a vodka? With a vodka drink?
Do you want some?
No. I do not. But in the future,
Yeah.
that would be an excellent.
But it was fun when I saw that they had a local one. I was like, all right, well, if I'm all the way out in Spokane, may as well get one. So yeah, Inland Cider Mill, Spokane, Washington, delightfulness.
There's a
Christ, Raina, I just dropped it. What are the charges?
public indecency. There's like a back taste to it. Like
Yeah.
there's like this taste that comes, and I can't place
Okay,
it. Maybe that's the scone part. But you see what I mean? There's like a back
It's like
taste.
spicy almost. Maybe that is the scone part.
Maybe the scone.
The scone.
It's delicious.
I don't know what it is, but it's really good. I'm a fan.
I like it.
I'm a fan.
Rarely do we find a cider that we don't like. It's happened.
Oh yeah, it's happened.
But
it has happened.
Rarely.
I mean, or we'll be like, oh, this is good. I probably wouldn't drink it again, but it's drinkable. But this I do enjoy. I feel like I could only have one of these though. It's very sour.
It's definitely it's a sipper. It's not
a
a
sipper.
gulper.
Yeah, not a gulper. The
But I think
peach
it's-
one, I feel like
That's a gulper.
if we were to finish this, it's only one. We could split it in half. You don't have to, or you just have a sip. The peach one was so good. And we sour slutted it. And then I got to tell the whole bar what a sour slut was.
I love doing that. I do that all the time.
But do you know, I make those cocktail pods now, you know? I'm going to make... I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to make an angry whore one because I feel like just saying that name on the internet is going to
And then
make
just
people
plopping it.
like plop and make an angry whore. Make a whore angry? Which one?
I mean,
it'll make some
whichever
whores angry.
one.
People get big mad on the internet. You know how we always talk about when we get annihilated for shit?
but that's how you get anything.
Yeah,
That's
but
how you
Man, big mad over cocktails.
mad.
Also,
you angry.
and people big mad. People are accusing me of stealing other people's ideas, and I was like,
What's
I
that
never said it.
The Big Bad song. It makes me so happy.
I don't know what that is. Big mad.
Yeah, but it's a song. Don't worry. I ain't argue with you. You mad. You big mad. It's
No
a
idea.
Song. Oh, it's a wonderful song.
I mean, I believe you. I just don't know.
Happy.
Maybe I'd have to hear the actual song, not just that part, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But we
It's
know
great.
the people
It's
get
great.
pissed off on the interwebs. So
Always.
I love
Everybody
to
gets
give,
pissed off about everything.
I just like to give them a reason. The biggest thing that pissed people off recently was that I had glitter inside of the pods, and everyone was like,
oh my
what
God.
the fuck is wrong with you? You're eating glitter.
You're eating glitter.
And I was like, it's edible glitter, you fucking morons. Like, it's a thing.
like,
Apparently people don't know that it's a thing. I don't know. People are big. They're like, oh, great. Telling everyone to eat microplastics. What kind of animal are you? Someone said to me, Ho, is you Bill Nye, the science guy?
Oh my God, whoever said that, thank you
It
so
was
much.
the best comment of my
Ho?
life. Ho?
Are you Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Ho, is you Bill Nye, the science guy? I was like, is that not the best
Oh, that
comment
was very
ever?
loud.
But isn't that so good? It was my
Oh.
favorite comment I've received on
I
any
love that.
video.
I
Ho.
love that. I'm gonna use
And then
it.
someone said, Ho, is you an alchemist? It's a thing to say, Ho, is you. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, so it's a trend on TikTok. Like people will just be like, Ho, is you, and they'll like say like what it reminds them of. So I've gotten a lot of Ho, is you on these.
Is
but
you an alchemist?
yeah,
Yes.
So they'll be like, or
Yes, I am.
someone will, there'll be something with Trump, and they'll write, Ho, is you a Cheeto Puff? Anyways, but
Cheeto
yeah.
Puff.
Cheeto Puff. What? I'm just commenting
Any
on
hoodles.
someone painting their face. He chooses a lovely shade of orange. Not my shade, personally, but
I mean, to each their own.
I'm not saying anything, you know?
No, you're
Like
not
drag
saying
queens
anything.
have their makeup too.
And it's usually stunning.
It is. He just needs some
Stunning.
help.
I bet some drag queens would be more than happy to help.
Yeah, make him look real pretty. Anyways, all right, on to what are we talking about today, Meg?
Today we are piggybacking. Why does that sound wrong? We are piggybacking. That's right.
It is.
You
I
good
just took
over
a
there?
big sip. That's sour.
It's very sour.
But where the headphones hit my
Yeah, it's
jaw,
like-
it like pushes on it more.
That,
So it makes
that
it
sound is accurate.
thick. I just don't, no big sips. You're right. That's a real little
It's a sipper.
Control
So last week we talked about Kells Irish Pub
Yes.
and the old Butterworth building.
And I remember you said-
Yes, I said put a pin in it.
Put a pin in. There was a doctor, a lady doctor.
Doctor.
She was
quote,
accused of selling people's
unquote.
body parts or something. Was that what it was?
Not quite.
Okay, they're just their bodies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, technically that's parts.
Okay. Depends on how you died. Could be parts of you.
It could be.
I'm just saying.
You never know.
You do never know.
You never know. Like those feet that wash ashore in Washington.
Yeah, or what if you got like ripped in half somehow?
Oh.
Yeah, it happens.
I mean,
Especially back in those days when there's like horse-drawn carriages.
yeah.
You don't know.
Are you talking about being quartered?
Is that what that's called?
Drawn and quartered? Where they tie a rope to each of your limbs and then
Nope, I wasn't talking
tie
about
it
that.
to horses.
I was talking
and then
about like
slap the horses.
I was talking about like being standing somewhere where something's being towed and you get
Oh no, that's not what I was
cut
thinking.
in between in the center.
I mean, that would be bad.
You would die.
I mean,
I would think so. I would think that would sever your spinal cord. You'd be. Anywho, that's great talk.
so a lot of the information today was taken from Starvation Heights by Greg Olson. Wonderful book about the history of the Olalla, Washington area and the story of
The
what
Olalla,
Olalla.
they make some good edibles out there.
Do they?
Uh huh.
I've never been there.
I've never been there, but I have consumed their edibles that are
Oh.
sold in the pot shops locally.
Olalla.
Olalla, they had a drink that was one of my favorites. Like a drink.
Marijuana?
Oh
drink?
yeah.
Really?
We weren't friends during my marijuana drink era. I used to have all kinds of marijuana beverages.
Really?
And I used to make them.
Interesting.
I didn't realize we weren't around for that.
You weren't around for that because we were one. I mean, kind of.
I learned how to make, take coconut oil and you infuse it with the gardening tools, marijuana. The broccoli, the oregano, whatever it is, but marijuana. And when you put it with a powder and then you combine it, and then when you put it in a drink, it dissolves, and then it turns into a beveragino. And then you have a THC beveragino. So I actually am going to do that with those pods that I make, I decided. But anyways, Olalla had like one of my favorite, like you'd go and get like a pop. Like a soda. And you would go to the store, like at all the weed shops around here, they have a refrigerated section, and you just go, you can get a like 10 milligram, 100 milligram, like drink. You wouldn't drink it all at once. It would have like a shot glass with it and like would show you how to like dose it. But you could buy it. It was pretty, I mean, it's pretty good. Not was, is. But yeah, so I've had their edibles. Never been.
Well, it's not far. It's like on your way to Bainbridge.
Yeah, no, I've driven through it before. Yeah.
Not far from us. So last week we talked about Kells Irish Pub, and we briefly mentioned a doctor that was an associate, if you will. And so today we're going to talk about Dr. Linda Hazzard, a so-called doctor who conducted dangerous treatments on her patients that resulted in numerous deaths.
Ruh-roh.
Yes, this is a very dark point in history. I mean, we already talked about last week how there was a lot of things going on. There was that diphtheria epidemic. There was a mine incident. There was fires in Seattle. Like, it was just, prohibition led to dangerous conditions. There was already a lot going on. Let's throw in a mad doctor.
Well, that really will add up to some fucked up shit happening.
So we briefly mentioned Hazzard working in tandem with the mortuary, but didn't really go into why this may have led to the building being haunted. But now we're going to go into that side of it. Ooh. Linda Laura Burfield. I don't know why I wanted to say Buford.
Buford.
I really wanted to say Buford.
Buford. Oh my God. What movie? Why? Where's my head?
Where is my mind?
Tell me.
Buford.
No, you don't know?
Buford?
No, I'm thinking Bueller.
Oh, yeah, you're thinking Ferris Bueller's. Bueller?
That's what I'm thinking. Bueller. There we go.
There she is.
Buford. That's why I thought you were quoting a movie, and I was like, what is it? I was thinking Bueller.
Yeah.
There she blows.
There she is. Linda Laura Burfield was born December 18th, 1867. I got a little burpy there.
Lovely.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I was giving you a dirty look.
Too.
I never burp. She's an angel. I would just say to you, I haven't burped like that since I was a baby. That's what Jenna says all the time. Oh, it's like since high school. She always, anytime someone burps, she goes, you'll go, I haven't burped like that since I was a baby. It's like a thing. I just had to dirty look you because I felt like it.
Linda was described as an American quack, a swindler, and a serial killer.
Oh, shit.
She was one of America's first female serial killers.
Holy shit.
Linda was born in Carver, Minnesota. And
Minnesota, don't you know?
Minnesota, don't you know? And was the oldest of 7 children. Although she was Dr. Hazzard, she had no medical degree.
Oh, shit.
She started practicing under more naturopathic stuff, which you didn't have to have anything for.
Right.
And then when she moved to Washington, she was able to go through some loopholes and be grandfathered into the Washington practices.
I feel like that's probably happened a lot before there's any kind of real paper trail. Like, how do you verify someone has a degree if they're from a different state or a different...
Well, they knew she didn't have the education. This was not a requirement. I mean, it was, but there was this grandfathered loophole where she, as a natural practitioner,
she was able to
she had an actual medical license. She just did not have a medical degree. It was for some practitioners that practice alternative medicine without a degree. So she did have an actual license. She just didn't do any of the schooling.
Okay.
So technically she was Dr. Linda Hazzard.
Okay. Terrifying.
Linda was married to Aaron Perry at the age of 18, and they had 2 children, Roland and Flora.
Lovely.
Talk about Schitt's Creek.
That is
Roland shit.
Flora. Damn. That's really, there it is.
There she is. Everything just connects.
Yep, it does.
Everything connects. She wanted to open her own practice and moved to Minneapolis in 1898 to do so. Her husband, I forgot to put that, her husband didn't support her in this, Aaron.
Okay.
So she left him.
Oh.
She moved to Minneapolis. She married Samuel C. Hazzard, who had a history of drinking and swindling. So now they're both reputation of swindlers.
Okay.
Maybe they work real nice together. The problem was that Samuel was already married, resulting in a bigamy trial, and Sam spent 2 years in prison. You can't marry more than one person.
Oh, that's against the law?
It's called bigamy.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
If you legally marry more than one person, you can go to jail.
Well, I do know that. I was joking.
Oh.
I knew that. I was joking. I was thinking, like, you can't? I
You were really convincing me there.
feel like we don't have lights on. You can't tell what I look like.
Well,
Can
I mean,
you
I
see?
can't see hardly at all
I know.
anyway. It's worse now because my allergies have kicked in.
Oh, the fucking pollen's out right now real bad.
It's real bad.
My car is covered. Someone drew a dick on the back of my car in the
I
pollen.
wonder who that was.
Megan.
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, you wrote your name on it. I thought it
did.
was you.
Did you really think it was
Yes,
me? No,
I
it
don't
wasn't
know.
me. It was probably Mr. Boo Boo.
He's not going to put it on my car. Well, true.
So Sam spent 2 years in prison, and after he got out, they moved to Washington State, where Linda could get her medical license and open a practice in Seattle. By 1908, Linda had already had 2 patients die under her care, which caught the eye of the media. Linda decided to take matters into her own hand and respond by taking out a full-page article on her method of practice. Do you want to guess what her method was?
Bad.
It was called the fasting cure.
Great.
She denied her patients' death were caused by starvation, saying that, quote, in each of these cases, it is my absolute conviction that their days were prolonged by methods employed. Yes. So she believed that all ailments
Could be solved by not eating or
were,
fasting.
yes, and all ailments were because of impurities in the blood. And in order to get the impurities out of the blood,
Oh, no.
you did not eat. And that somehow those impurities would go into your digestive tract and exit the body, and you would be cured.
Okay. Didn't go well.
After stating that in her 11 years of practice, only 9 patients had been lost,
Only 9.
she continued, quote, what doctor can show a record such as that? When a physician administers a drug and his patient dies in 20 minutes, nothing is said. But when one of my charges die, this is a great stir. The regular doctors hate me because I have a new method. They abhor anything new. And this was in an article, Why I Believe Starvation as a Cure for All Body Ills. That was in the Seattle Times in October of 1907. So Linda Hazzard was self-taught in alternative medicine, and she truly believes that fasting was a cure-all, claiming it could cure everything from tuberculosis to cancer.
Oh, dear.
She claimed that the method rid the body of toxins that caused imbalances in the body, and she wrote 3 books claiming to have science behind fasting. The first book was Fasting for the Cure of Disease in 1908, Diet in Disease and Systemic Cleansing in 1917, and Scientific Fasting, the Ancient and Modern Key to Health. Now, is there some science that tells you that fasting periodically is good? Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, that is just something.
Yes, things with like cancer study, I know, where it's like cutting off sugar and stuff like that. Like,
Right.
Yeah, because it feeds it, and there is fasting things that it can be beneficial.
But you can't just not eat.
No, that's not. And that also
will shut things
fasting is
down.
not like not eating. It's like going for periods of time without
Correct.
food and then eating
Correct.
and eating the correct foods or cutting out specific
things.
Yeah.
What's that word I can't say? That's like I don't do diet trends or anything, but it's one that a lot of people have had success on. It's
Intermittent fasting.
It's intermittent. I don't know why I always want to say intermediate.
Yeah, I've
fasting.
always done intermittent fasting, basically. Like, I've read books on it and done it, and it, I don't know, has worked for me, but at the same time, then I just feel like I naturally just intermittent fast because I'm never hungry until like after lunch.
I naturally do that too. I will easily go 12 to 16 hours without eating and then eat in a window. Maybe that's just how people, and I've always been like that.
Me
always
too,
been
yeah.
like that. I think that's just how people's bodies, but that's not what we're talking about.
No.
We're talking about something completely
where she would literally
different, where
starve them to death.
Yes.
And they would not die
basically.
from the disease. They'd die from no food or nourishment.
So Linda wanted to open a sanitarium called the Wilderness Heights in Olalla, Washington.
Oh, God.
So, we've talked about sanitariums before. and
Not good.
That's just, it's a medical facility.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't necessarily mean like lunatic asylum. Like,
Right.
It's a medical, and we've talked about this.
Well, but
different things.
normally a sanitarium is where the doctors went to perform like things on people, right? Yeah.
Like treatments.
Yes. But it usually wasn't good back in the day.
No.
Never good.
Never good.
Nothing good.
So there's an estimated 20 to 40 patients who have died under Dr. Hazzard's care at this point. But the most well-known case is that of Claire and Dorothea Williamson. They were socialites, extremely wealthy, and from England. They were both in their 30s and visiting Victoria, BC. They were born into a wealthy family with 2 other sisters. This kind of gives a little bit of their background and maybe why they were in the pursuit of what they were. Their dad passed away when Claire was only a few months old. Their sisters both died. 2 of their sisters died.
Mm-hmm.
And their mother passed away when Claire was 16 and Dorothea was 20.
Oh, God.
So maybe they
Sad.
were a little anxious.
I would think
You
maybe
know?
just a little bit.
Yeah,
I could see that. Like thinking they were going to be next for whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So because of all of this, they inherited their father's wealth along with their grandfather's wealth. They were extremely wealthy, but they always thought something was wrong with them.
Yeah.
So they literally searched the world, and they had the money to do it, in search of treatments to cure them. Anything that, you and I, we talk about this sometimes. Our life is discomfort.
Right.
Like, we consistently have discomfort.
Right.
A stomachache, a headache, something.
I mean, your body's always going through something.
Right.
Yeah.
And especially being a woman, you're literally a cycle of discomfort.
Like literally. It just depends on the day.
And they didn't want that. So to them, they needed to find a cure for all of this.
Oh, Godspeed.
Right? So they always had something wrong with them, and they spent their lives in pursuit of feeling perfect. They had the money to do so, and they went all around the world. They wanted natural methods for everything, and while on vacation in British Columbia, they came across an ad in the Seattle Times from Linda Hazzard. This was the ad that we talked about where she was justifying her treatments.
Oh, dear.
They were interested, but they did not tell their friends or anything because their friends at this point were like, you guys,
Like, chill the
stop.
fuck out. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
just stop.
You guys. Meg's reading, and all of a sudden it pops up that her youngest, who is just turned 5, is FaceTime calling her. So she's like, oh, she just learned how to. I'm going to answer it. All hell is breaking loose because her oldest daughter,
Who are
Meg's oldest,
perfectly capable of
Who
watching for a couple of hours.
is also, what, 14?
Yes.
Stole popcorn from her 5-year-old.
Onium.
All hell was breaking loose.
If
She's
anybody is wondering
screaming.
what parenthood is like,
screaming, she stole my popcorn.
it was rude.
Don't touch it. That was so rude. I mean, if that is a mom life where you're just, and she's screaming to her oldest, like, stop taking her popcorn, and then yelling to her second, can you please go get her some more popcorn? You guys just get her some popcorn. Mommy's almost done. I'll be home soon. I'm almost finished.
And number 3 is here at your house.
Yeah.
She's my easiest. To
Yeah,
be real.
she's the chill. She's just there. What's that like? My third is my hardest. But yeah, our thirds
man.
are her third and my second are besties. So they're just
They're
chill. They're so easy together.
They're so easy.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's fine. We're gonna.
fine. We're alive.
Circle back. Circle
back. The popcorn gate of 2025.
Oh my gosh. So they didn't tell their friends because they had it with their pursuit of perfect health at this point. There is no such thing as perfect health. Like, you're always going to have aches and pains and all of that.
What's even worse is having like your sister as a person who has a lot of sisters. But if you have one that's like your closest, your bestie, and if they feel the same way you do, you have someone on your side for everything.
You're going to feed off of
And yeah, so they feed off each other, like different than even a best friend, because you two are like bonded, like they've been through the same trauma.
Yes.
And so then they really are like convinced that everything is something wrong with them. So that would really send them.
They're going to figure it out.
You need someone who's like more level-headed sometimes to be like, the fuck's wrong with one of you two?
What's fuck wrong with you at all?
I mean, both of them. All of them? Me?
I was talking about us.
Oh,
there's
a
really
lot.
some things wrong with us.
I mean, a lot.
There's sometimes one of my children will say, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "A lot of things.
I mean,
A lot of things." But
where
you
do
know
you want me
what?
to start?
I can admit it.
me too.
There you go.
And so that's what's important.
Yep.
Can I have more popcorn?
God damn it.
She ate my popcorn.
And that was rude.
I bet you anything she like literally just took a handful of the popcorn.
Oh,
she
she
was
did.
eating.
100%.
That was what it was.
100%.
Yeah.
The problem is my oldest and my youngest are the same person.
Yeah, they are.
They look exactly the same.
Uh-huh.
They have the same temperament.
Uh-huh.
They know how to pick on each other.
It's bad.
It's
Yeah.
bad. But one of them is 14.
And the other one is 5.
Sometimes I'm just like, can you
Even
just
when I'm over there,
stop?
sometimes she'll come downstairs and be like, the youngest will like come tattle on what's going on, and it's like, how old's the oldest? Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yes.
Like, can you not?
Can you just not?
Can you not?
Just
Pissing off the tiny one.
right. You know what you're doing.
And it makes life hard on us.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, back to
Back to
those
the
sisters.
story.
The other sisters.
So they wrote to Dr. Hazzard. Claire especially was enamored with Hazzard's new way of medicine and wrote asking her to stay at the sanatorium in Olalla for, quote, intense treatment. Like, she didn't even know she needed treatment at this time, but she was already asking for the most intense treatment.
Yeah. Well, she obviously thought there was something wrong with her, clearly. She's, what do you call it? When you...
Hypochondriac.
Yeah, that one.
Dr. Hazzard responded that the sanatorium was not quite ready yet, but that she would treat them, recommending that the sisters rent an apartment in Seattle until the sanatorium in Olalla opened. Hazzard met with the sisters and assured them that she could cure them of all their ailments. Their treatment consisted, now it wasn't totally nothing. It wasn't totally nothing. They could have 2 cups of vegetable broth per day. And then some reports say a tablespoon of orange juice every hour. Keep that blood sugar up.
That sounds like nothing.
It's pretty much nothing.
Vegetable broth is like 5 calories. So they were starving to death.
So they were told to take vigorous walks every day, have pummeling treatments where Dr. Hazzard would literally sit and to your face.
Beat the shit out of them.
Yes, to your face. And the treatment also required hours-long enema. Dracula Dead and Loving It, where the cure for everything was an enema. 2 enemas.
That is just hours-long enemas? So like literally washing out
everything. You guys, Raina's currently up moving our curtains up because we keep hearing the door open and close and seeing somebody walk by the curtains. Because we have like just regular curtains that are pretty opaque, but you can still kind of see. So now we're just opening the curtains.
I think the thing is that the door's not even... Wait, let me put my headphones back on. The door's not even actually opening and closing.
But we hear it.
But you hear it. It's like that. But we both at the same time will hear it and look over.
Because we're like 5 feet from the door. We're not far from the door.
But then it's the seeing someone through that we both have seen now. It's not just me.
It's fine.
And this is where we were when the bin got thrown off last time.
It was. That was fun. That was.
It's sitting right there.
Treatments began in February. Or they inquired of Dr. Hazzard in February. Now we're in April.
Okay.
And Claire and Dorothea are too weak to walk, so they can't do their vigorous walking every day. They are moved out of the apartment in Seattle on stretchers, then to an ambulance, and then onto a ferry to cross. Because from Seattle to Olalla, you have to use a ferry.
Yeah, or you
can drive, but this was way back then. So.
Yeah, and they wouldn't even have the bridge down where we are.
Oh, yeah, they wouldn't. So it had to be a ferry.
Galloping Gertie.
Wouldn't
have been a thing yet.
No. So they went to Olalla. The sanatorium was not yet open, so they stayed in Linda Hazzard's attic in her actual home.
These wealthy-ass bitches, and they're living in a fucking attic being starved to death.
17 days later, Claire died, weighing in at just 50 pounds at the time. Now, Claire and Dorothea had a nanny/nurse that they grew up with. They were very wealthy, right? So that was not uncommon. And her name was Margaret Conway. Before Claire died, she secretly sent Margaret a note saying that her health was failing. Margaret was in Australia at the time, and she got on a boat to Seattle, and it took her like 3 to 4 weeks to get there.
Jesus.
And she's noted in her course, like when she wrote about this, she noted that she wrote 3rd class to ensure that she got here because there was no 1st or 2nd class available.
Jesus, so she was with the rats.
She was, 3rd class is not great.
No, yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
That's bad.
bad.
You were in 3rd class in the Titanic.
You were the one who died.
Yes.
R.I.P.
Yes, very sad. But this was not normal for her, so she wanted to make it well known that she wrote 3rd class because she had to get back.
Because she could tell things were not good.
So when she arrived in Seattle, Samuel Hazzard went to pick her up from the dock. On their way to Olalla, Margaret asked how Claire's health was, and he casually said, "Oh, she died." Margaret had no idea. It's not like he had cell phones back then.
Yeah, like how would you know? Yeah.
She noted how casually he said this, like it didn't even matter. They got to Olalla, and she found Dorothea was completely emaciated and maybe 50 pounds. Margaret was, there's a picture.
I don't know. I don't want to see it.
Margaret was furious. She went to remove Dorothea from Hazzard's care and collect Claire's things, only to find out that Claire had last minute left everything to Linda Hazzard. Her wealth, her jewelry, everything.
No.
She was also stopped from taking Dorothea because Hazzard now had guardianship over her, claiming that Dorothea was mentally incompetent.
Well, yeah, when you're starved to death, you don't really think right anymore.
Right. Hazzard also claimed that she was still owed $2,000 in medical bills from the sisters, so even if Dorothea could leave, she wouldn't allow it until the bills were paid. So this is where the cross between Kells and Hazzard comes in. It was said that Hazzard, wearing Claire's clothes, took Claire's body to Butterworth and Sons mortuary because she had worked along with the company. You know, all her patients were dying. They had to go somewhere. So Claire had died so emaciated and frail that Hazzard did not want anyone to see the body. And it is rumored that Butterworth buried Claire in the basement and put another better looking body in a coffin on display.
Sweet baby Jesus, that's not good.
And this came into scrutiny, like legal scrutiny.
Yeah, I would hope so.
And this is where the employer or the employee said,
yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that happened.
Holy fuck. So there is a chance that there's still a body's buried down.
Mm-hmm. There's a chance. So this was completely corroborated by employee of the mortuary.
Which would also explain haunted.
A lot. Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Your body's buried below something. Yep.
So in Tacoma, a council heard of Dorothea's situation because Margaret was furious at this point.
Obviously, yeah.
And Seattle wasn't doing anything, so she went down to Tacoma.
Yeah. Oh.
And
Tacoma's going to fuck you up.
Tacoma is, when we first moved here, I thought like Seattle was it. And Tacoma really wasn't a nice place at that time.
It's still
like
not.
10, 15 years ago. It's better.
Well, it's better.
I think it's better. I actually really enjoy Tacoma. Not certain parts. Not certain parts.
No. But I don't think it's any better than Seattle. Like there's obviously nicer things in Seattle because of what Seattle is.
Yeah.
Like, but
I think Tacoma, it's gritty. It is gritty. That's why it's called the Grit City. The British vice consul in Tacoma, or he was the vice consul in Tacoma. He was also a British citizen, so he took interest because these girls were British.
Yeah.
He was able to free Dorothea from guardianship and ultimately instigated a court case against Linda Hazzard for the death of Claire. The investigation and Kitsap County Superior Court case was heavily covered by the press. Some articles defended Hazzard, but mostly painted her as this serial killer, essentially.
Clearly. Stealing from them, and fuck.
Come on.
That's like, how many things do you have to point to be like, this is not good?
Right. To literally have guardianship signed over to you and have wills signed over to you. Come on.
Of all their wealth?
Yes. And Kells was initially within this investigation, but they were cleared of everything. But it's still like, employees said this happened. So
I don't know. Well, you just think about a business like that that's been run for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if there are some skeletons in their closet.
Literally.
February
7th, 1912, Hazzard was sentenced to 2 to 20 years in prison for manslaughter.
Not enough.
No, not enough. There was a lot of letters asking for Hazzard's release that were written, including a petition signed by 121 New Zealanders stating that the signers, quote, look upon Dr. Hazzard's methods of treatment as a boon to suffering humanity and her incarceration as a terrible loss.
Were they fake New Zealanders? Because how the hell did they learn about this shit?
Through the post.
Sounds like
Through
some bullshit.
Media.
Did the sheep swim through the water to them?
Yes.
That's what it was.
What happened. An appeal was made to the Supreme Court, but it was rejected. In December 1913, Dr. Linda Hazzard, I don't even like calling her doctor.
Yeah.
Linda Hazzard surrendered herself to the penitentiary in Walla Walla. So she served 2 years in prison, and she was pardoned by the governor at the time with a stipulation.
Oh, God.
You ready for this?
No.
That she moved to New Zealand. Like, they love you so much, you need to move there.
Okay, that's fine. Go hang out with all of them and the sheep.
So while she was there, she continued to practice as an osteopath and published another book, Diet in Disease and Systemic Cleansing. And she made enough money to return to Olalla in 1920.
Oh, God.
Finished building the sanitarium, which she called the School of Health. Technically, she couldn't practice medicine anymore because her license was revoked, even though it really wasn't a valid it was, but she didn't have any medical backing for it. So she wasn't able to practice medicine, so she called her patients students, and it was a school.
Good.
She continued to supervise these fasts until the school burned in 1935. Dorothea Williams was able to get out, obviously, because she was able to leave at that point, and married an old family friend and moved back to England. Her husband died only a few months after they were married. He drowned.
God.
But she went on to live a long life and died at the age of 72.
But that's like her whole family, and then her sister who was like...
She was alone. And what horrific. Just horrific.
I mean, then her husband dies of drowning? Like what? Like that's just...
Like an accident. Like a freak accident. Very, very sad.
Just like someone who's like put on this earth to like live a sad life.
Right?
Yeah, which I feel like some people are. It just depends.
Yes, 100%.
It's like a lesson learned to just live a sad life of...
I hope it was a really good reunion when she passed.
Right? Like, oh, that's so heartbreaking. Poor thing.
So Linda Hazzard, I'm still calling her doctor, Linda Hazzard continued treating people.
Uh-huh.
And then she started feeling unwell.
So did she starve herself?
She did.
Oh.
She attempted the fasting cure on herself, and she starved to death on June 24th, 1938. So she believed her own bullshit.
So heavily that she starved herself to death.
She starved herself.
See, I thought this was going to go that she realized that you need to eat and then didn't. Wow.
Yeah. So in the area today, the house was standing for a very long time. It's not anymore. It's privately owned, so you're really discouraged from going there. But if you go to Olalla, there's the Olalla Landing, and you can see a lot of stuff about Dr. Linda Hazzard and the sanitarium and all this stuff. But don't go to the private residence. They really don't like that because a lot of people do.
I mean, I could imagine that they don't like that.
Right. Like, this is private property.
Like, we own it. Like, please don't come here.
Right. And the house isn't there anymore. There's really nothing to see as far as the old architecture.
Yeah.
People claim, though, when they're walking around the area that they have tons of ghostly encounters. They see apparitions of very emaciated people.
I'm not surprised.
Right?
Yeah.
Cold spots, the feeling of dread. And a lot of people who are hiking through those woods, all of the sudden, not even knowing the story, have these intense feelings of hunger.
Yeah.
Which you always hear about cold spots. You always hear about the feeling of dread. But to have that sensation of something that these people like truly suffered with,
right?
That's wild to me.
But it's one thing to starve to death when you're like in the wilderness and you have no other choice and you're doing everything you can.
Right.
This is like food was downstairs.
Yes.
And the fact that nobody like snuck food, no one tried to, and I'm sure there were situations that like, you know, they did to
But then if you starve yourself for too long, then you can't just start eating.
No, it's like you'll get sick, like you'll fuck yourself up.
Yeah.
Wild.
It's crazy.
I mean, your intestines start to shut down.
Everything shuts down. Like, yes.
Ugh.
There were 18 confirmed patients that died under Dr. Hazzard's care. But historians think that the number could be more towards 40.
Yeah.
That's a serial killer.
Oh, for sure.
That is a serial killer.
For sure. Whether they thought it or not. Obviously, she believed herself. She sounds like a narcissist. She believed that she was...
She did.
Yeah.
She fully believed it to the point where it took her own life as well.
Which is, that's fucking commitment.
Yeah. The sanitarium building, when it was still there and was a private residence, people would come up to the house and walk around, and they said that they would see, and even the homeowners said that they would see an old woman upstairs looking down through the window, and people said that that was Linda Hazzard. People report all sorts, and a lot of them are residents walking around the property, or residents report that feeling of being watched. A former resident of the home, which was the sanitarium, once found all the dining room chairs stacked on top of each other. She said that she was setting the table. She went into the kitchen to check on food. She came back and everything was stacked on top of each other.
Damn.
Another resident of the home said that she walked upstairs and saw Linda's victims in the attic sitting around the ledge of the loft looking scared and afraid. And she said it was just this feeling of fear. Not fear for themselves, but they could feel the fear on these people.
And didn't we say at the beginning her husband was not a great human being and had a drinking problem?
A drinking problem and a swindler. I mean, they were both like professional swindlers.
So it sounds like, I mean...
How much money did they... We know about Claire's story, but how much money did they take from other people?
And I'm guessing there was a lot of physical abuse involved. Like if these people like to keep them from eating, to keep someone from eating.
Keeps them from... Which you're making them weak. They can't fight back.
But then also like to legitimately like... Once you're in a place, you would be like, okay, I don't care about my aches and pains. I just want food.
Yeah.
Like someone would have to be literally restricting them. Making sure this is not like a by choice.
Physical, mental,
All
all
of it.
sorts of
Yeah.
like it's just
that's so
it's
sad.
crazy. A lot of people hear reports of cries for help late at night around the home and property. The building is now gone and there's new owners of the land, so don't go around. But there's places around town that you can visit to learn about the history. There is an old cemetery on an unmarked road around the location of the old sanitarium. And if you go in there, there's graves dating back to the 1800s, and it is believed that Dr. Hazzard's victims are buried there. There was a TikToker named Caitlin Doughty.
Yeah.
And she did a video on the building before it was torn down. And it's very interesting. I mean, it was pretty dilapidated at the point.
Right.
But it wasn't as big as you would think. It wasn't this huge
It was more just like
building.
a mansion kind of thing.
It was more just a house.
Yeah.
Like it was more just a house.
Well, to hear that people are hearing them cry out for help again tells me that it was like maybe they started this program by choice and then they were kept in it by
100%.
not choice by someone.
Well, if you're that desperate for, I mean, we've both been in a place where we're just like, somebody please help, make this feel better.
Right.
And if you are in a certain time period and somebody's promising you the world,
right, you're going to do what they say.
like, yeah.
And you'll do whatever they say. But then there's a certain point where I feel like it probably passed that. And that's why, everything was left to them. The whole, there's,
The part that freaks me out the most is that she got these patients, victims, to leave everything to her.
That's
the part that
that's
just
beyond just I'm medically helping you. That's like full on fucking manipulation.
I mean, that's killing these people at this point.
Oh yeah,
that's
100%.
100%. That's intentional, taking these lives for your gain.
Yeah, but then having the husband be involved too, and he already was a piece of shit. It sounds like that to me also is like it sounds like a But she died by her own thoughts too, which is wild.
She did believe her shit,
unless her husband was more involved than what we realized.
Could be. That could very well be.
And it was her thoughts and her things, and then it was her turn. Her husband just said, "You're dead."
Yeah.
Just think about that. There's
true.
There's more to this.
And he
I feel
was, shisty.
He sounds like it.
So here's a bunch of experiences from the Olalla area. So I live in Olalla, really close, and this is from WAHauntedhouses.com. I live in Olalla, really close to the location of Starvation Heights. It wasn't called Starvation Heights back then. That's kind of the moniker that it got over
Makes
time,
sense.
obviously.
Yeah.
Every night, or if I'm home alone, I'll hear what sounds like screams, scratching on the outside walls of my house, footsteps outside the house, and I've seen figures walking around in the yard or at the side of the road while driving at night. Though I've never personally been there, I've read all the stories about Starvation Heights.
Yikes.
Oof.
No, thank you.
I used to live a couple miles from Starvation Heights in the thick of the woods in Olalla. I lived in a 2-story home which was inhabited by a family member who had been deceased for some time. She frequently visited the upstairs. At one point, I had a few band members over for practice and deliberately withheld my knowledge of the ghost. After practice, my guitarist pulled me aside and asked me if there was a spirit in the house because someone kept tapping on his shoulder. Mind you, my bandmates are not superstitious and are pretty skeptical of the paranormal. I've heard many strange things in the woods by Starvation Heights, and there is a heavy, uneasy feeling in the woods around Olalla, which we've heard that a lot.
Yeah.
It feels angry, not quite menacing, but there's a lingering feeling of uneasiness about this place. Starvation Heights itself has a long history, and I have never personally experienced anything there since I refused to get too close. I can almost guarantee there is a high level of paranormal activity in the area. As a young man attending the local high school, my dad purchased an old farmhouse in Olalla. We lived there for several years and got to know most of the locals. I walked those woods and rode dirt bikes through them on several occasions. One of my dogs went missing. I searched and searched for him and found myself deep in the area we hadn't been before. In this particular spot, there were many fir trees, large fir trees, and I found that to be very odd. Not the trees themselves, but how the trees were arranged. I would say these were growth trees that were not grown randomly. They were intentionally planted how they were. These trees had been planted in a straight line as far as the eye could see. I asked my neighbor who lived in the old schoolhouse/church about this, and he said that they planted a tree for every dead body buried from the sanitarium.
Oh, dear God.
She went to tell me no more about the past in the house that we lived in. It served, as a lack for a better term, as a hospital for the sanitarium for the weak and very ill. This will explain several instances of paranormal activity that I have witnessed firsthand in my home.
I mean, yeah, people are around. I mean, the whole weak and very ill. What does that say?
Right.
That's
right. And the spirits that are seen are said to be very thin, like emaciated, like sunken cheeks, all of that stuff.
I'm hungry. Makes me hungry.
Right?
Like I want food now.
I'll read one more.
Okay.
This one's a little bit longer. Well, I live next door to Starvation Heights for almost a year now. I heard about the tragic story years ago and have even driven out there to try and get a peek at the old house, but never imagined someday I would be living 100 feet away from where it all took place. Obviously, you want to know of anything odd or paranormal that has occurred while I've been here. Personally, I've had several paranormal experiences in 3 separate states across the U.S. throughout my lifetime, several in Kitsap County, which is where we're talking about. I've seen apparitions, poltergeists, disembodied voices. Perhaps I am more receptive than most. However, I would still call myself a huge skeptic.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, yes, I had a very odd thing happen shortly after moving here. I downloaded 2 different ghost finder apps on my phone. One was an EVP and the other would say random words, more like a spirit box. We've both
done
of those. Yeah. Which allows communication. A few minutes into my session, the meter was going off rather intensely, always pointing in the direction of my neighbor's property. I asked a series of questions, with the final one specifically asking if there were spirits from next door. I refrained from using the term Starvation Heights because it seemed disrespectful, as it was not called that until years later, after so many innocent people had suffered and died a horrible, painful, slow death, which none of them knowingly signed up for. Anyway, this was what the voice said. Mind you, I did not give any information, no location, and no reference to what went on there. It typed the words, "feed them," and then gave me several names for which I still have to look up and see if there were any of the victims. You can find a list of the victims, by the way.
Wow.
Can you believe that? Feed them was what it came out with. My landlord told me years ago that they had to hire paranormal investigators to come out here and send several children's spirits to the, quote, other side. She and her family would often hear children's laughter and running footsteps in the middle of the night. This may have been the residual energies of the victims of a plague that wiped the impoverished families living on the hill back before Linda Hazzard had even set up shop. Many of their tiny graves can still be located at the abandoned cemetery around the corner, as well as some of the victims of Starvation Heights. It is rumored that as many as 40 victims were never even given a proper burial, but rather dumped in the back, in the canyon, which is right behind us.
That sounds accurate as fuck.
Right?
That sounds...
You can go to some of the cemeteries in the area, and I would be curious to go there and just get a feel.
I'd go to just sit in the car and turn on one of our things and just see what happens.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that, just like see. But that makes so much sense because having whatever plague went through to wipe out so many people. So like the children probably more related to that. But you know, and who knows, maybe people gave her their children that they were trying to heal, because if your child's sick, you'll do literally anything.
If you can't find a cure, you will do
And if a doctor is literally telling you that there is none, you're like, nope, I'm going to look for something else.
You don't give up. You don't give up.
So
that's the story of Starvation Heights.
Holy fuck, I had no idea we had such a dark history. I mean, I know we do, but that's dark. That's a good one. I really like that one. I didn't like it. It's sad, but more like that was a good. Like
it's a good spooky story. We talk a lot about haunted locations all over.
Yeah.
But this one, I wanted to do Kells Irish Pub because it was St. Patrick's Day last week.
Yeah.
And this kind of tied in, not a lot, but there was
still
crossover.
Enough,
so I figured, well, if I'm going to mention Dr. Hazzard or Linda Hazzard, I gotta stop calling her doctor. If I'm going to mention Linda Hazzard, I have to tell the story of Starvation
Well, that's
Heights.
a good one that I had no idea about. Also wild because, you know, if she brought one person to Kells Irish Pub,
she brought more.
That's what I'm saying. Is there's more. There is more to this story. There is more, and I feel like intuition is like,
and there's
tied
rumors that
there's more than that many people. Because how casually he was like, oh, this person died to their nanny person, like
and the rumor is that she drummed up business for the Butterworth mortuary.
I mean,
so
I feel like that adds up.
I just think of the movie. It's one of my favorite movies, Arsenic and Old Lace, where the brother,
never even heard of
or the cousin. Oh, it's one of my favorites. It's with Cary Grant.
I know Cary Grant,
and his they have the 2 old ladies that raised him, and the cousin, or is it the brother? Or anyway, I think it's one of the other brothers. He thinks he's Teddy Roosevelt. And he always yells, "Charge!" and runs up the stairs. But anyway, he's digging the Panama Canal in the basement. And the 2 aunties, they have a boarding house. And when someone comes in who's all alone, they decide to put them out of their misery. And
oh, dear.
they tell Teddy that another victim of yellow fever, and he has to go bury him in the Panama Canal. So these two old women has 12 bodies buried in the basement. And it's an even dozen. And Cary Grant comes in and he's like,
that's not okay. What the fuck?
It's one of my favorite. I watch it every year. It's one of my favorite movies.
I thought we were going to go with a movie like that. Have you ever heard of the movie The Happiest Millionaire?
No.
Okay, one of my favorite old
The
time movies.
Happiest Millionaire.
And I thought this was going to be a really fun ending, but no, this is not paranormal at all. It's not even close. It's a man, and they're like in Philadelphia, and he keeps alligators in his house.
What?
And he like. It's like a musical. It is I've grown up watching it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And it starts off with the butler. This guy's going in for a butler job, and he's Irish.
Mm-hmm.
And he sings like a song, "I'll always be Irish." Da-da-da. And he goes in and he's like dancing on the streets, and he goes in for the interview, and there's alligators in the house, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Oh my gosh.
And the dad gets bit by an alligator, and he's like it's a whole thing, and it's a whole
this
family.
sounds like because Arsenic and Old Lace, I mean, it's terrible, but it's like it's peppy.
Yes,
it's
but that's why the way you were describing it reminded me of this for some reason.
Yeah.
And I feel like it'd be very similar vibes, but it was it still is one of my all-time favorite movies. We have to watch it. I feel like you'd love it.
I feel like I would love it.
Well, I want to see that one now.
Yeah. Oh.
I want to see it.
That's spooky season. Let's watch it during
Okay, that's
spooky season.
Okay, non-spooky
Arsenic
season.
and the Old Lace.
Okay.
It's one of. I mean, Cary Grant is one of my all-time favorite.
he's
people
amazing. I mean, he's a
ever.
legend.
He
legendary.
is. Like they don't. Every time I watch a movie and I watch all of them. Like one time, my husband got me all of his his first movies in a pack.
Well, shit, you guys.
Well,
shit. How y'all doing now?
How y'all doing?
How y'all doing? This one got
Well,
this was intense. I
shit.
feel like
This was a good spooky one.
It was. I got some pot roast in the
I'm gonna go make orange chicken.
Yeah, I got pot roast in my, what do you call it? Slow cooker. Crock pot that we've been nibbling on, and now I feel like I need a big plate of it.
Oh, that's so wrong.
Well, just because I feel like I'm hungry, like I feel so bad. It's so sad. Now I need to feed myself.
There were a lot of when I was reading those experiences, there were a lot of comments at the end that I chose not to. Like, I don't know, is this real? Food for thought.
Who does those things?
Us.
Oh, God. Anyways, all right, you guys. Well, if you would like to get a hold of us, DM us on Instagram, because that's the only way we're probably going to respond.
You can try on lunaticsoupodcast@gmail.com.
Or on our website, lunaticsouppodcast.com.
All the things.
All the things. We're on all the things, but just...
If you type in Lunatic Soup Podcast, guess
It's
what
us.
pops up? It's us.
It's us.
What's really funny is ChatGPT knows who we are now.
We are gremlins. What do they call us?
Internet gremlins, something like that.
No, we're gremlins. What did it say?
Why?
Called it gremlins with Wi-Fi. We're gremlins with Wi-Fi. That's what it was. But then on Meg's birthday, I was like asking it to help me make a funny thing, and it called her a swamp witch.
Which I will take that. I feel like for Halloween we need to do one.
I'll be a
where
swamp
Well, we're
witch.
gremlins with Wi-Fi. We need to have like ears.
Oh yeah, I'll be a gremlin with Wi-Fi and a swamp witch.
And a swamp witch.
I don't know what a swamp witch is, but we'll figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out.
I just get like Davy Jones Locker vibes, like,
Davy Jones.
with the like, he had like tentacles and like soggy and ew.
Isn't
like
he one of the
kelpie.
monkeys, Davy Jones?
What?
Hey,
Oh,
we're the
I don't know.
monkeys.
I don't know.
Something
No
like that.
idea.
Singer
I'm
from
sure.
that time. Davy Jones.
But all right, you guys, go and get yourself some lunatic soup.
And remember, in this crazy world,
It's good to be a lunatic.
bye.
Bye.
See you next week.
Bye.